For tuning in. To 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. We've got the visitors facing the home team. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Now here's Barrett. Shot clock at 6, and he drives in, tries it from the top of the key. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And Doris, you look at Ivica Zubac. His game is elevated to a point where he's near the top of opposing scouting reports. What's
fascinating to me, BA, is there were a couple years where we were saying traditional fives are no longer part of the game. Not true. Zubac is a throwback. Plays to his strengths, playing in the paint, rebounding the basketball, and affecting the game with that 7-foot frame.
Barrett. Over Mitchell. Barrett can't hit.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And here's White, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. Zubac. Tip back in for 2.
Listen, keeping Ivica Zubac off the boards is no easy task. This man has got a gigantic, strong frame.
Barrett with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. High post Edey. Pass to Knipple. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J.
The defenses have to chase Knipple off the three-point line, or he will just continue torching them from there.
Back to Mitchell.
Blocking foul called R.J. Barrett. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Assist from.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Outside Barrett. And he goes right over Donovan Mitchell and slams it down.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
Pass to Smart. To the middle. Outside Mitchell. Double team on Mitchell. Back to Smart. Fires for 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
3.
Well, Marcus Smart has come so far as a three-point shooter. This guy very capable from distance.
Outside Barrett. Driving inside. And that one is hammered home.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
It's Smart on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Down low. Wade misses. With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Here's Barrett. That one's good. This game is all even. Barrett's got 6. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Pass to White. Zubac, screen. With the floater. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
off the drive. To the paint. Zubac with the steal. White with it. And it's Edey picking him up. White can't hit.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Pass to Knipple. Back to Barrett. Outside Robinson. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Team foul.
Mitchell with the ball. Still no points. Smart outside. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And here's Knipple from the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Marcus Smart has been leading the charge for the Raptors.
The Raptors, 16.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, RJ Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. BA, back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Barrett. He has 6. Five on the clock. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Well, that's coming with force. RJ Barrett, nothing you could do to stop that.
Williams up top. Pass to White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
Outside Barrett. They set the pick. Pass to Knipple. Jacks up with 3. Carries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Bang, bang, as they say. Knipple with a quick release off the catch.
Barrett with it. Now guarded by White. Barrett into the lane. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Now here's Barrett. He's got 10. Pass to Robinson. Outside Barrett. Fires the 3. Rebound Toronto. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Well, I love that Marcus Smart sprinted into that shot opportunity. You've got to be prepared on the catch, and Marcus was ready.
Now here's Barrett. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Stolen. And he commits the intentional foul.
Donovan Mitchell. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Barrett. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Three-pointer goes up, three-pointer goes down for White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White, rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Screen by Robinson. Takes the three, sinks the tray.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Toronto leading by 3. Outside White. Pass to Williams. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. Outside Barrett. .103 left to play in the first half. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on White.
Yeah, there's a determination and sheer force of will that R.J. Barrett plays with. He feels contact and he loves it.
Now here's Mitchell. No points so far. Outside White. Kicks it out to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Toronto with a triple.
3 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Knocked loose. Outside Barrett. Outside Robinson. Three-pointer. Here's Edey. Uses the glass on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And here they come. Here's Robinson. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Toronto out in front. They're up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Toronto leading by 3. On the wing, Wade to the inside. Here's Zubac. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play.
First team foul.
It's going to go on Zach Edey. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops from Zubac.
What you love about Ivica Zubac is he knows who he is. Big, strong body, mixes it up on the glass, sets solid screens. Just an understanding of who he is.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings. And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Inside. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now Barrett. 13 points in the game. Into the lane. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
To me, R.J. Barrett at his best when he takes the initiative on offense. Get aggressive to the cup.
Mitchell gets a step to the middle. And it's slammed slammed in by Zubac.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Barrett. 15 points in the game. And here's Knipple from the arc. Counted from distance. Knipple's got 10 points in the game.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
Back to White. Down low. Gordon with a steal. For the lead. And Barrett good for 3. He's got 18.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here. Really giving his team a lift.
Pass to White. Back to Mitchell. Oh! Mitchell taking no chances.
Derek White.
There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Back to Wade. Drains the triple. Now it's a 4-point Toronto lead.
Boy, Zubac with great awareness. Nice job to put it on time and on target.
Pass to Knipple. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
White on the wing. Back to Mitchell. Here's Wade. Toronto passing it around. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now here's Barrett. 18 points for him. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Once R.J. Barrett sees the defense commit, he goes right into attack mode and gets himself a trip to the free throw line. That is beautiful.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, one thing you love about R.J. Barrett is he is a scorer at heart. This guy will hunt shots. He's going to be aggressive. And when he gets on a roll, look out, guys.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
White with the steal. Out on his own on the break. Mitchell streaking to the finish.
Well, this is who we know Derek White is. Excellent anticipation defensively. And what does he do? He makes sure his teammate gets an opportunity.
.149 left in the third. Pass to Knipple. Clock at 4. No good. That would have tied it.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Chris Anderson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:24 left in the third quarter. To the paint. And a big finish by Robinson.
The athleticism of Mitchell Robinson is something to behold.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. 3-point lead. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
B.A., he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Pass to White. 6 to shoot. The shot no good.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
And here's Robinson. Good work there as it goes. And now just a 1-point Toronto lead.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
White for 3. No good.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
And here is Barrett. 20 points for him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
If there's anybody that can come out of college and command leadership right away, it's Con Knippel.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Barrett with it. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. That puts him in the lead. Knippel's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And the game still... We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So it's the home team now. It's a 3-point game. Outside Barrett. Pass to Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Barrett can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Strength, athleticism, Donovan Mitchell in the paint, quite comfortable, folks.
Barrett with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Outside Barrett. Pass to Knippel. The 3. From outside the arc. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And the technical free throw missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Barrett with it. Now guarded by White. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Edey. Takes a 3.
Tremendous work on the defensive end by Mark Williams. You love to see the impact he makes.
Outside Barrett. Outside Robinson. Shoots. It's hauled in by White.
Oh, he'd like to have that one.
Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Knipple. Inside. And the dunk by Edey.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Outside Barrett. To the left side wing. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Barrett into the lane. Yes, sir! That one's good!
Undaunted by the moment, R.J. Barrett with the delivery.
Here's White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Yes, sir! Count it!
Derek White, high pressure situation, no problem.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. From downtown, the triple drops.
Wow, huge points from Knipple, the youngster, ready for a big moment.
White outside, and stolen by Barrett, and stolen by Williams. Here's White. Now Mitchell. Shoots a three. Goes again. Oh, he misses the layup. A minute 37 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Barrett. Shot clock at 5.
And when a scorer as dangerous as Knipple gets going, look out. He is in the flow tonight.
Here's White. The floater. Edey with a steal. Barrett. He takes it in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Now White. White coming through.
Derek White, tremendous finisher in the painted area, just drops it in softly.
Now here's Barrett. .41 seconds left in the final quarter. Clock at 6. Robinson outside. It's money from deep.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Edey rips down the board. Now Barrett. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks.